Hey there, Formula One fan. Ferrari and Mercedes are gearing up for a surprise attack, and it looks like the reigning champion is in their crosshairs. Could the Azerbaijan GP be the game changer we've all been waiting for? Teams are sharpening their strategies, and the tension is off the charts. You won't want to miss this one. The latest Formula One news is heating up, so don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the Formula One updates. Just hit the subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and no sign-up needed. This is F1 Fastline News, your go-to for daily Formula One updates. Now let's dive right in. The Formula One scene is about to get even more intense, and the Azerbaijan GP could be the turning point we've been anticipating. With the latest data from Monza, both Mercedes and Ferrari believe the upcoming races will feature a fierce battle among 4 teams. Yes, you heard that right. 4 teams fighting wheel to wheel. Max Verstappen, currently enjoying a 62-point lead in the championship, underperformed at Monza, finishing only 6th. Normally, that wouldn't be a big deal. But with his rivals closing in fast, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and even Aston Martin have shown that Red Bull's dominance is under threat. And honestly, if Monza was any indication, the pressure on Max is ramping up. Now, when Fred Vasseur, Ferrari's team principal, and Andrew Chauvelin, Mercedes' trackside engineering director, agree on something, it's time to take notice. Both believe the Azerbaijan GP will be highly competitive. According to Vasseur, up to 8 drivers from 4 different teams have a genuine shot at victory. It's no longer about who can catch Verstappen, but rather how many will be fighting for it. Think about it. If Red Bull keeps faltering like we saw in Monza, Max's lead could evaporate quickly. McLaren with Lando Norris has been putting in solid performances, and Vasseur himself pointed out that races like Spa, where McLaren topped FP1, Red Bull dominated FP2, Ferrari took pole, and Mercedes won, show that nothing is guaranteed anymore. Chauvelin made it clear. It's very hard to predict where teams will land in terms of race pace. That means, with so many variables at play, Red Bull can't simply expect Verstappen to cruise to podiums without resistance. The landscape has shifted, and Mercedes is confident they can capitalize on it, while Ferrari seems to have finally cracked the code with their latest upgrades. Let's be real here. Who would have thought we'd be talking about Red Bull's dominance slipping this early? And it's not that Max is losing his touch, or Red Bull forgot how to build a fast car, but we're finally seeing competitiveness in F1 that we haven't witnessed in years. The burning question, can Verstappen hold on to his lead until the end of the season? And more importantly, does Red Bull have a quick fix for their issues? We all know Christian Horner's team is famous for bold strategies and rapid adjustments, but the current situation might demand even more than that. If you ask me, Azerbaijan will be the real test. Baku is a track that rewards both speed and strategic precision, and mistakes here can be devastating. With up to 4 teams running at similar pace, it's anyone's guess what could happen. On the flip side, Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren are hungry for wins. Vasseur even mentioned that what we saw in Spa, different teams leading at various points, could be the norm for the rest of the season. Imagine that. Every race, a new narrative, every weekend, a surprise. So, what's my take? Verstappen's going to have to work for it. He's still the favorite for the title, sure, but the margins are tighter than ever. If the Azerbaijan GP follows the pattern we saw in Monza, I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at a championship battle right down to the wire. Not just for race wins, but for the title itself. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Red Bull will bounce back quickly, or are we on the verge of seeing a new champion rise? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Here, we dive into Formula One without the fluff. Strong opinions and loads of info. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join this passionate F1 fan community. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Formula One lovers. Together, we'll keep growing this F1 fan base. See you next time, racing towards victory.